access to HIV, TB, and other related services. Effective coordination of the faith sector with clear and fair expectations to one another is critical. If we are to mobilize the FBO leadership and extra resources with a view of ending AIDS as a public health threat in Uganda, it is possible and it can be done. For God and my country, I'm the Right Reverend Patrick Wakula, Bishop Central Busoga Diocese, for and on behalf of the Council of Presidents, Interreligious Council of Uganda, Your Excellency, you are most welcome. Mungu asifiwe sana.
Thank you, the Most Reverend Patrick Wakula. Your Excellency, we are in a village called Chiwanta Machtuta. So, without further ado, Your Excellency, I wish to invite the LC1 chairperson of this village to welcome you on his village and officially allow us to proceed with this national commemoration. Mr. Chairman.
His Excellency, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, nkwaniriza mu kitundu kyange kino awamu ni Vice President, ba Minister, ba area MPs, ni Minister w'ensonga da President, mwebale kuyida ku mukolo guno ogwa okwidukira abantu baife abatufa kwa akawuka n'okugumya abo abakalina. His Excellency, nenda okusiima Katonda olw'okuwa obulamu okubanga okatukulembera era waba musaale mu kulwanisa akawuka ka mukenembya. His Excellency, ekyo tukwebaza. Abasawo twabaire nabo wano. His Excellency, batukozeeku, batukebera, batubudaabuda, abo ababaire n'akawuka batandika idagala. His Excellency, tukwebaza ku lwekyo nti weebale kuba musaale okulwanisa akawuka ka mukenembya. His Excellency, nze ni mu maiso go ninze chairperson w'ekyalo kino ssebo kyokyairemu. His Excellency, ng'amaina gange ninze Wajja Wahabu atwala ekyalo kino eky'Ekiwantama Kituuta. Nkwaniriza ino His Excellency tyamaawo ntende. His Excellency, twenda okusiima gavumenti eno gy'okulembera eya NRM olw'okuba nti erina ebirungi byetukoleire ng'ebiri wa His Excellency gana mbikobere. His Excellency, nenda okukobera nti abantu abaali wanseere gye bazimba feri, His Excellency, babasasula sente, babawa sente era buli muntu yatwala sente era buti bali bulungi. His Excellency, nenda okusiima ni feri diriyo feri ibiri weewaawo dikali kuba bulungi aye eferi diriyo ibiri era bali dikolaku. His Excellency, nenda okusiima olw'ebyokwerinda ebiri mu Uganda muno paka wano ewange wenkulembera Ekiwantama nti ebyokwerinda birungi era wabigema n'amaani. His Excellency, nenda okusiima nti kwolo wali wano Lutwere watusuubiza amasanalaze era gatuuka. Era bwe gatuuka aye tusaba geyongere endi mu byalo kuba gali bwa ku luguudo, geyongere endi mu byalo. His Excellency, nenda okusiima ku nkola ya Parisimodo nti Parisimodo enkola eyo wagirengera era enkola eyo nnungamu. Abantu bali kufuna sente era beekulankulanya. Ife nga Town Council eno gyokyairemu ng'eri munu n'Ekiwantama twafuna ebiliyoni 6 era abantu bali kudikozesa. His Excellency, nenda okusiima ku byendegereza nti obigemye n'amaani. UPE okuva bayogera nti bademe kubinga abaana ku isomero era abaana baira ku masomero basoma. His Excellency, aye ife eno wano woli wano kubyendegeresa tuzira ku CD sikulu oba secondary wano mu town council oba wano ku kyalo kyenkulembera. Primary His Excellency tujirina era ni wano woli. Aye nendo okulopera nti ebizimbe ebyo byoli kubona byabazeire aba wano n'abasonda esente edazimbe ebizimbe ebyo. So His Excellency, ndi kusaba ndi kuno omulundi gwa kubiringo ida wano. His Excellency, tuli kusaba tulekere ku ekizimbe wano abaana baife basomere mutina kindi bwotuwa kalina tusiima kubanga eno town council. His Excellency, nendo okusiima nti watu wa security ey'abesikale abakola ku maadi. Aye nendo okutegeeza nti abesikale abo His Excellency ere gye baata kampu tibasasula abantu baliyo era abantu abaliyo bali kubundabunda. Ife nga abapata ya NRM tugwana okukobera nti abesikale ebali abeFPU abantu abaliyo bavaayo bababingayo bapangisa twenda obwenkanya abantu abo bafuna obwenkanya. His Excellency, nenda okukobera bino ebigambo nti ensonga ya mukene neri kusinga kutuluma wano kunanda. Aye nenda okusima mama Mile Babalanda nti yeida yatugemaganya n'abeFPU n'abantu baife abavubi. Era His Excellency, nenda okukobera bino ebigambo nti yalagire abantu bebagema bona babalekula babairiza n'ebintu byaibwe eyingini amaato. Twende omwebaza olw'ensonga eyo. Aye yatukobye nti ensonga ya mukene bw'oli kwida wano olija kujogerako. His Excellency, nkusaba olw'obulungi obw'ekitundu ne NRM gyaife eno gye tulimu yogera ku nsonga ya mukene abantu baife tibali bulungi. His Excellency, nenda okusiima RDC waife owa Buyende district omulimu gwakoze gwa maani ali kutusomesa yalwanisa enguzi buli mwibi ya mugema. His Excellency, nenda okukobera nti nze kenkuba ine muzeeyi nzira wenja kwagaana so ndikiriza nkukobera ebintu byange bino biweeyo. Ensonga eyindi ife nga bakyamaani wanu His Excellency tuli eno. Aye nenda okulopera nti ife tukole emirimu minene aye tufuna katono tutya. His Excellency, nenda okukobera nti buli muntu ali wano kabe mu isirikale kabe musawo tumala kumuwa baluwa mukakasa nti wakyalo me wamubona eyo. Aye kayindi ifo tukasizeefu na musala mutono so ensonga eyo giringemu. His Excellency, wano kule walwogeraku aye paka na sawa dino so naye ensonga tukwidukiza. Twende okusiima pata ya NRM gy'okulembera nti etukumye bulungi nga ife bakyamaani ba NRM. So His Excellency, nenda okusiima olwekyo. His Excellency, nenda okukobera ebigambo bino nti abantu bana bali kubana wano muzeeyi nakoze omulimu gw'obakubiriza beide kubanga obeera oli kwida wange nga balina okwida tuwaye niiwe. Aye natambuliza bigere okubakunga. So muzeeyi nkusaba ompe entambula nongera okola emirimu gino n'amaani. Ndi kusaba busabe muzeeyi olwalero oninge kumpe entambula abantu abona nabakubiriza okwida wano bawaye niiwe. Aye n'ebigere biri kunduma natambuliza nga bigere so ensonga eyo His Excellency giringemu. His Excellency, kankomaawo nkwendeza omukolo omulungi nganze obuyinza obutono bwe wampa wano woli Kiwantama omukolo ngwigwira mu butongole. His Excellency, ebyokwerinda biri gulugulu omukolo gujja mu maiso olwa Katonda n'ensi yange.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Your Excellency, today as we commemorate World AIDS Day under the national theme of accelerating interventions to end AIDS by 2030, we have a statement or a testimony from a representative of the people living with HIV and AIDS.
And so, Your Excellency, it's now my singular honor and pleasure to invite Salome Atim to make that statement on behalf of the people living with HIV and AIDS, to showcase their contribution in the clarion call to have HIV and AIDS not a public health threat to this country by 2030. Salome.
Your Excellency, my President, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Right Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister for East Africa, Honorable Minister in charge of the Presidency, Cabinet Ministers, Heads of Diplomatic Mission, Members of Parliament, Director General Uganda AIDS Commission and the Board, people living with HIV, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me read the statement from the PLHIV constituency. Your Excellency and distinguished guests, as we PLHIVs come together to reflect on our progress and honor those we have lost, we still reaffirm our commitment to ending AIDS by 2030. With only 4 years left, the theme Accelerating Interventions to End AIDS by 2030 re-emphasizes the need for urgency in our collective efforts to end HIV as a public health threat. While progress has been made, significant challenges remain, and it is clear that we must act together to achieve the goal of ending AIDS by 2030. Uganda has made great strides in the fight against HIV, and we thank you for your efforts. Over 1.4 million people living with HIV are accessing antiviral therapies, enabling them to live longer, healthier, and be more productive. However, barriers which include stigma, discrimination, logistical, and systems-related challenges continue to affect access to services and must be eliminated. As a community, we aim to end AIDS as a public health threat, and we note that achieving the global 95-95 targets requires the following: ensuring 95% of people living with HIV know their status, 95% of those diagnosed receive sustained antiviral therapy, 95% of those on ART achieve viral suppression. Meeting these targets demands concerted effort from all sectors of society, and this is our call to action. In order for us to accelerate progress towards ending AIDS by 2030, we are calling on government, civil society, healthcare providers, members of the public, our development partners such as PEPFAR, ending AIDS by 2030, and UNAIDS, we are calling on to take decisive action in healthcare providers, expanding access to testing, treatment and care. Such as we must ensure that everyone, regardless of location or economic status, has access to HIV testing and ART. We must ensure that supporting adherence to ART, strengthen support systems, more especially community structures, to ensure people on treatment adhere and achieve viral suppression. Combating stigma and discrimination. Reducing stigma is essential to increasing testing, treatment, adherence, and disclosure of HIV status. Strengthening community support. Community-led programs are vital in supporting PLHIV. We need ongoing investments in peer support, education, and advocacy. Prioritizing vulnerable groups. Tailored interventions must address their unique needs and barriers to care, promoting inclusivity and leaving no one behind. As we are aware, there is a high infection among adolescent girls and young women because of the vulnerabilities that surround them. Advocating for sustained funding. Continued investment in HIV treatment and prevention programs is essential including increasing domestic funding and fully operationalizing the National AIDS Trust Fund. As a community, we are scared, we are aware of the dwindling funding towards HIV, but we are hopeful that government will take charge. Accelerating youth-focused interventions, prioritize and scale up innovative youth-centered approaches to prevention, testing, and treatment. Supporting access to government programs, facilitate and promote the inclusion of people living with and affected by HIV in government initiatives like the Parish Development Model, EMIOGA, and other social and economic empowerment programs. Addressing livelihoods is a key component for positive living. We are grateful to the Ministry of Health, Uganda AIDS Commission, and the development partners for their spirited efforts in combating HIV. However, we must continue to work together to ensure that every person living with HIV is able to live a healthy, dignified, and productive life, free from stigma and discrimination, which we have witnessed increasing since this year began. To the Ugandan public, HIV is a collective responsibility. We need your support to end stigma, encourage testing, and ensure access to treatment for all. To the PLHIV community, let us lead the way in achieving the 95-95-95 targets and ending AIDS by 2030. Together, we'll ensure that no one is left behind. For any more information and help, kindly dial *284*909# and you'll be availed with information on HIV, AIDS, and TB. No surrender until HIV and AIDS is history. For God and my country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Salome. Thanks for a great message. Thank you.
Your Excellency, you've had this strong message from people living with HIV and AIDS and their commitment in the fight and the support they are rendering your directive of fast-tracking the initiative to end AIDS as a public health threat in Uganda by 2030. As you congratulate her, Madame Salome, I wish to present to you another message, but this time in the form of a song, that Your Excellency, a speech is just a speech, but a message presented in song serves to reach deeper and further. May I now have the pleasure to present to you Favor, who's an artist, a youth, and a mobilizer. Favor.
I'm very excited to be on this special commemoration. Your Excellency, the President of Uganda, the Vice President, and the protocol as follows. Your Excellency, my name is Favor Nakaketobi Yenzika from the district of Chotera. My dad is Bishop Eldad Nyanja and my mom is Pastor Allen Nyanja. I would like to thank Madam Millie Valanda for giving me this opportunity to present to you on this special day. And thank you for the great work you've done to fight HIV/AIDS in Uganda. And let me present my song.
When you come back late from work, something without a cue, or direct